Okay, let's dive in. You know that feeling you're expecting, and suddenly your home, maybe even your headspace, feels like it needs a total overhaul.
Yeah, that, okay, how do I get ready moment.
Exactly. That urge to prepare everything, physically, mentally, all the logistics, that's what people call nesting, right?
It is, and that's what we're digging into today.
Because you, listening right now, you're probably sorting through mountains of advice, trying to figure out what actually matters.
So our mission here is to cut through that noise. We've looked at the instinct side, the project management piece, the timelines people suggest.
All that stuff.
Right, to pull out the core nuggets. We want to lay it out clearly, maybe offer a few surprises, help you feel informed, in control, not just swamped.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because nesting, it's not just about suddenly needing to alphabetize the spice rack at midnight.
No. Although that can happen.
It's this fascinating blend. Our sources talk about it as like part primal instinct,
Yeah, definitely.
part serious project management. I mean, the to-do list can be intense.
Oh, for sure. And also, a really big part of it is self-soothing, calming those nerves in the final stretch.
That makes sense. So how do we break this down? Is there a timeline?
There often is, yeah. Thinking in trimesters seems really helpful. First trimester, so weeks 1 to 13, that's really your groundwork phase.
Okay, like what?
Research, figuring out the budget, getting your head around insurance, maybe checking out hospitals or birth centers, and finding your care team, right? Your OB, starting the pediatrician search.
Got it. Building the foundation. Then second trimester, weeks 14 to 27.
Yeah, things usually start feeling a bit more concrete then. You might be registering for gear, maybe starting to assemble some nursery furniture.
Getting the physical space ready.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And planning your leave from work. Plus, and this is a big heads up from the sources, start looking into childcare now.
Oh, right, the wait lists.
Seriously. In some places, you're looking at 6, 12 months, sometimes even longer. So you got to get on that early.
Wow, okay, good tip. And then the third trimester, weeks 28 to 40.
That's kind of peak nesting time for many, when that urge to deep clean might really kick in. Prepping freezer meals, washing all those tiny baby clothes, stocking up on diapers and wipes, putting the finishing touches on the nursery, all that jazz.
Okay, so beyond the cute stuff, there's this whole admin side that feels less fun but really important.
Absolutely critical. Let's talk must-dos. Choosing a pediatrician is definitely up there.
And getting those first appointments booked.
Yep, usually for 2 or 3 days after birth, you got to schedule those. And adding the baby to your health insurance, that's oftentimes sensitive.
Right. And sorting out parental leave paperwork with work.
Definitely. Have those conversations, get it submitted. And again, researching daycare or caregiver options. Can't stress that enough.
Okay, so those are the musts. What about the nice to-dos on the admin front?
Well, pre-registering at your hospital or birth center can save a lot of hassle when the time comes.
Oh, good one. Less paperwork during labor.
Exactly. Making a birth plan, if that feels right for you, is another one. And maybe interviewing potential babysitters or nannies if you're thinking about that kind of help later on.
Right, getting a jump start. Okay, let's talk nursery setup. Needs versus wants. What's essential?
Okay, furniture-wise, you absolutely need a safe place for the baby to sleep. So a crib or a bassinet.
Check.
A changing station, that could be a dedicated table, or just a dresser with a changing pad securely on top.
Practical.
And storage. Bins, shelves, drawers. You need places to put all the little things.
You're true, they come with so much stuff. What about the nice-to-haves in the nursery?
A comfy chair, like a rocker or glider, is often really nice for feeding and soothing.
I hear those are lifesavers.
They can be. Also, maybe that white noise machine, a dim nightlight, thinking about soft lighting and calm colors generally. Mobiles, wall art, lovely touches, but not strictly necessary day one.
And what about things like books and stuffed animals?
Great eventually, but sources suggest they aren't really a priority for the 0 to 6 month stage.
Yeah.
Baby can't interact with them much yet.
Good point. Okay, clothes. It's so easy to go overboard. How much do you really need?
It is. A good rule of thumb is planning for maybe 1 to 3 outfits a day, assuming you do laundry every few days.
Okay.
So, needs-wise, think 7 to 10 onesies, both short and long sleeves, maybe 5 to 7-footed pajamas or sleepers. Those are easy.
Yeah, zippers are key.
Totally. Then maybe 3 to 5 pairs of socks, some scratch mittens, a few hats, and 2 or 3 swaddles or sleep sacks for safe sleep.
And the super fancy outfits.
Maybe just 1 or 2 for a picture,
Yeah.
They grow out of them so fast. Oh, and get different sizes. Newborn, 0 to 3 months, even 3 to 6 months. Don't just buy newborn.
Smart. Okay, shifting gears. Bathing, cleaning, diapering essentials.
Right. Diapers, obviously. Have some newborn in size 1 on hand. Unscented wipes are usually recommended for sensitive skin. Diaper cream.
Got it.
Then baby shampoo and wash. Nail clippers or a file. Those tiny nails get sharp. A thermometer. A nasal aspirator.
Snot sucker.
That's the one. And baby-safe laundry detergent.
What about a baby tub?
That falls more into the nice to have. You can manage without one, but many people find them helpful. A tub or a bath sling.
Okay. Feeding stuff. This depends a bit, right?
It really does depend on your plan, breastfeeding, formula, combo. But some general things you'll likely need. 4 to 6 bottles of nipples, just in case. Or for pumped milk. Freezer bags, either for formula prep or storing breast milk. Lots of burp cloths, maybe 6 to 10. And 3 to 5 bibs.
Burp cloths everywhere.
Pretty much. And if you're breastfeeding, look into a breast pump. Check your insurance. They often cover one.
Good tip. What's nice to have here.
A nursing pillow, like a boppy, can be really helpful for positioning.
And things you don't need right away.
Probably don't need a bottle of sterilizer. Immediately. Hot soapy water works fine. And a high chair isn't needed until baby starts solids. Around 6 months, usually.
Makes sense. Okay. Travel, comfort, miscellaneous gear. What are the non-negotiables?
Number 1.
Yeah.
A properly installed rear-facing infant car seat. Can't leave the hospital without it.
Crucial.
A stroller is pretty essential for getting out. A well-stocked diaper bag. And this is huge freezer meals and easy snacks for you.
Yes. Self-care prep. Often overlooked.
Totally. Nice to haves in this category could be a baby carrier or wrap.
For wearing the baby?
Yep. Maybe a couple of pacifiers if you plan to use them. A playmat or a bouncer for awake time. And a baby monitor, audio or video.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of stuff, but nesting isn't just about things, right? It's about people, too. Your partner, your support system.
Absolutely. Building your village is key. Simple things help, like a shared calendar for appointments.
Oh, yeah. Keeps everyone on the same page.
Packing the hospital bags together can be a good bonding activity, too. And start thinking about your support network. Who can you call on?
And maybe setting some boundaries for visitors.
Definitely. It's okay to say what you need, maybe help with chores, not just holding the baby, and to limit visit times in those early days. Protect that bubble.
Good advice. And encouraging partner involvement.
For sure. Attending a class together, reading some basics, just being actively involved in the prep. And, if things are feeling stressful between you, couples counseling can be a really positive step during this transition.
That's a great point. It's a huge change for everyone. What about the mental and emotional prep side?
So important. This idea of emotional nesting. Maybe creating a little calm corner just for you.
Like a little sanctuary.
Exactly. Even just visualizing routines, feeding, changing, sleeping can help you mentally prepare and spot gaps in your setup. And maybe the biggest thing, try to accept imperfection.
Easier said than done sometimes.
I know, but it's not about having everything perfect. It's about creating a safe, loving landing zone. That's the real goal.
A safe landing zone. I like that. Now, something often missed until it's happening. Postpartum prep.
Yes. Planning for after the baby arrives is so crucial for your own recovery.
What do you need?
Okay. Essentials. Postpartum pads or adult diapers. Nibble balm if you're nursing. A peri bottle. Stool softeners, maybe witch hazel pads. Things for physical comfort.
The not so glamorous but necessary stuff.
Exactly. Also, having a support plan, knowing the signs of PPD or PPA is vital. Having those freezer meals ready or a meal train set up. And comfy nursing bras or tanks if needed.
What about nice to haves for postpartum?
Some people find a belly support wrap really helpful.
Okay, let's touch on the money side. Financial nesting.
Right. Getting real about the baby budget upfront costs versus ongoing expenses.
Yeah, that adds up.
Understanding your insurance inside and out, what's covered for prenatal, birth, postpartum, baby's care. Researching things like childcare tax credits or FSAs.
Maybe thinking longer term, too.
If you can, yeah. Looking into a 529 plan or some kind of college fund. Even starting small helps. And trying to build up a little emergency fund for unexpected costs.
That buffer can really reduce stress. Now, nesting must look different for different people, right? Like small spaces or specific family situations.
Absolutely. If you're in a small space, you focus on multi-purpose furniture, vertical storage, things that fold away.
Smart. And eco-friendly options.
Loads. Cloth diapers, organic fabrics, wooden toys, reusable wipes, looking at secondhand gear, or even rentals for short-term items like bassinets.
Good ways to be sustainable. And for different family structures.
Yeah, single parents might focus heavily on building that support network. Adoptive parents might have different timelines or needs. Surrogacy journeys have unique aspects. Co-parenting needs coordination. It's all about tailoring the prep.
Makes sense. What about learning? Are there classes or resources that are particularly helpful?
Definitely. Infant CPR and first aid, super valuable skills. Breastfeeding basics, if that's your plan. Safe sleep practices, remembering alone, back, crib.
ABCs of safe sleep. Crucial.
And just a general newborn care class can cover a lot.
Yeah.
There are also great apps, Wonder Weeks, Huckleberry for Sleep, baby trackers, and lots of helpful parenting podcasts.
So much information out there. It helps to focus. Can we make this more concrete? Like, what might a third trimester nesting plan actually look like week by week?
Sure, sources often give examples, like weeks 28-30. Maybe finalize your registry, confirm the pediatrician, do that hospital tour.
Right.
Weeks 31-33. Could be assembling furniture, installing the car seat, stocking up on diapers.
Getting the physical stuff done.
Weeks 34-35. Washing baby clothes, organizing the nursery, packing your hospital bag.
Getting closer.
Week 36. Maybe set up the monitor, do a deep clean, make some freezer meals. Week 37. Review the birth plan, stock your own pantry, double-check leave paperwork.
And the final stretch, weeks 38-40.
Rest. Prioritize rest. Do some light organizing if you feel up to it. Try to just enjoy the calm before the baby arrives.
Easier said than done, but good advice. We touched on visitors earlier. Any final thoughts on setting expectations?
Yeah, having those visitor agreements can really help. Being clear about what kind of help you need, maybe practical help, like doing dishes, not just advice.
Right, we need hands, not opinions.
Something like that. Setting visiting hours, maybe a no-drop-in policy, having a list of chores guests can do if they offer. It empowers them to help meaningfully.
That's really useful. So wrapping up, what are the final tips for stress-free-ish nesting?
Okay, key takeaways. Start early, but don't panic. Pace yourself and prioritize rest seriously.
Don't try to do it all at once.
Exactly. Embrace hand-me-downs. Use checklists, maybe break them into need now versus need later, and just expect to adapt. Be flexible. Things change when baby arrives.
Absolutely. So to summarize this deep dive, nesting is way more than decorating. It's this whole process: physical, admin, emotional, financial prep.
All aimed at creating that safe, welcoming space.
And hopefully, for everyone listening, digging into this has helped you feel a bit more informed, maybe a little less overwhelmed as you get ready.
We hope so. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. What does creating that safe landing zone truly mean to you? For your unique family? Perhaps just reflect on one small thing you can do now that aligns with that feeling. Because this deep dive, it's just a start. Keep exploring, keep connecting with your support system, and trust your instincts on this amazing journey.